Among those who went up to worship at the festival were some Greeks. These approached Philip, who came from Bethsaida in Galilee, and put this request to him: "Sir, we should like to see Jesus." Philip went to tell Andrew, and Andrew and Philip together went to tell Jesus. Jesus replied to them, "Now the hour has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. I tell you most solemnly, unless a wheat grain falls on the ground and dies, it remains only a single grain. But if it dies, it yields a rich harvest. Anyone who loves his life loses it. Anyone who hates his life in the world will keep it for eternal life. If a person serves me, they must follow me. Wherever I am, my servant will be there too. If anyone serves me, my Father will honour them. Now my soul is troubled. What shall I say? Father, save me from this hour? But it was for this very reason that I've come to this hour. Father, glorify your name." A voice from heaven: "I have glorified it, and I will glorify it again." People standing by who heard this said it was a clap of thunder. Others said it was an angel speaking to him. Jesus answered, "It was not for my sake that this voice came, but for yours. Now sentence is being passed on this world. Now the prince of this world is to be overthrown, and when I am lifted up from the earth, I will draw all to myself." By these words he indicated the kind of death he would die. So we're moving very quickly now towards the end of Lent, and we're moving towards the time when we hear the Passion of Jesus being read. And as we come to this understanding that something huge is going to happen, so Jesus too appeared to come to this understanding. At first he was just out amongst the crowds, healing, speaking, drawing people to himself, honouring God. And now, by the time it gets to this time in his life, he's realising that the crowds are wanting to see him, but he's wondering why. Is it because he does these miracles? But he's also knowing that the animosity of the authorities is building, and he's going to be in for trouble. And he knows the way that they deal with people who challenge the authorities and commit treason or whatever, and that's crucifixion. That was the way they did it in those days. So he knows that there's every likelihood that he's going to be ending his life in a way that will be painful and difficult. But he also knows that in doing this, he will be sending a message to everyone that God is great and God is with him. How? I don't quite understand, but Jesus knew it, and as history tells us, that is what happened. So what's the message for us in all this? Maybe the message is something about, as we travel our daily life, we will hit obstacles, we will feel downhearted, we will know that forces are gathering which we may not be able to deal with, but we need to put our ultimate hope in God, and we need to persevere and not just give in under it all. So as we move into this coming week, which is just the week before Passion Sunday, we need to be thinking about how we are going to travel with Jesus through that final week. And maybe a few minutes quiet reflection at the end of the day over how your day has been, and what's been okay in the day and what's been not so okay, then a prayer to God to help you for the next day. May God be with you.